Hey guys, it's Pete here with another update for Austin Dota 2. I've gone ahead and sent an email to all of the captains to let them know that we're going to start planning the schedule and get this fired up. We've got 17 teams ready to go, and between those 17, I may have to dwindle that list down just a tad bit more just to figure out which teams don't have the availability. Again, I just need to keep in mind that we are going to change things a little bit this time around and have the schedule follow a very strict timeline. That way, we can just keep things moving along. And don't worry, you might miss some games. You might need some stand-ins occasionally. But overall, everything regarding the league is going to benefit if we can just continue to move things forward. Nothing against the teams that can't make it. But again, this can help you focus on building your team's overall skill base. Instead of worrying about wins, losses. Again, this is a free league for you guys, and I want to bring some of you in. Then again, now that we're on the league discussion, for those of you who are interested into the prize event, you got to make sure you indicate that when you're in the registration form. Right down here, there's a little check mark that says whether or not you want to be in a cash prize league. Just click yes. I'll send you the PayPal link where we can put all of the entry fees into, and then that essentially becomes the prize pool, the prize money, however much it is. It's somewhere a little above $400 for 6 teams within a particular division. So once I get those 6 teams in, I'll hold on to that money, and then I'll give it to whoever the winner is for those. Out of those 6 teams, whoever wins that series. Again, the rules are all listed out for us in the document, in the form, which I will email to you guys once I have 6 teams. I'll have the rules included so you can read through them, at least for the captains. Very important for the captains to go through that stuff. So meanwhile, we did post on Reddit to try to get some activity from there to get as many teams as possible. I still need at least 3 more teams for the cash prize event. Again, this is a trial run. We haven't done this before, but we want to see how the teams like it and try to customize this to what benefits the players the most. We really want this to be player-focused and player-oriented so you guys can get the most out of this. So help me out. I can help you guys out. Again, we're all volunteering, at least from my end, and we want to make this as fun as possible for you guys, so I really appreciate it. Thanks. And anyway, and also in addition to that, we are going to keep an eye on our eyes out for a particular team that does stand out amongst the rest of them, because Austin Dota 2, myself, and other folks that are with me, we want to help get you guys into bigger events. So if we see a team that is really big in collaborating, there's a really well-mannered team, they're not raging out when they have a very difficult situation to be dealt with, and they work together and they're cooperative, those are the teams that we're looking for. Those are the teams that typically do the best. They stand out the most. So again, you got to remember, you got to check ourselves. If we start to lose our cool or get frustrated, just step back for a second and just kind of let that shit kind of drift away before we come back in to try to find another plan to get back in this game. Remember, we're here to help each other out. Please approach me if you guys need anyone to get involved to kind of help some of these teams develop their skills. If that's something you're interested in, again, we're looking out for teams who are interested in that stuff. And if you are and you're showing that that's something that you want to do and build some team-oriented, some team development, some skills that really harness what the best teams are doing out there, you've got resources available for you. And if I can't help you, I'm going to try to find someone who can. So I'm taking this stuff seriously. Hope you guys do too. Meanwhile, please follow me on my Facebook page. That's where I post whenever I'm going to do any commentary. I tend to do commentary around the semifinals and the final matches. And, I'll bring in, Llama from Down Under or Play with Kim or some of the other commentators that are out there. We do have other commentators from Join Dota Red that have offered to help us out to provide some commentary. That's something you guys can look forward to. That means we're going to have a lot of viewership generally when we have these larger events. So anyway, hang in there, guys. There's lots of exposure to come. We just got to get these teams, get the captains in, get the captains communicating, answer those emails. If you got an email from me, please let me know. Address the questions that are in there, because we really need to find the teams that have the availability, which is primarily on the weeknights and weekends. If you don't have that sort of availability, this might not be for you, and that's okay. No problem. You could still be in as a stand-in. Don't be discouraged. We still want you to play. We still need as many active players as possible. And we're going to try to encourage that. So again, make sure you go into the registration form. If you are seeing this for the first time and don't know what Austin Dota 2 is, this is where we can get your information and get you in touch, even get you in touch with other players. Even if you're a solo player, you don't even have to be with a team. We'll help you find one. So meanwhile, here's the Austin Dota 2 Facebook page. This is where a lot of the communication happens for now. We're in the process of trying to refining the Austin Dota 2 Facebook page, and we need to put a new theme up there. It's not what I'm hoping to bring to you guys, so I'm going to continue to work on that. We're not going to focus on the website for now, and we're just going to try to get that behind the scenes up and running and just get you guys playing as much as possible. So meanwhile, thanks for hanging out with me for a minute. Just wanted to put this quick podcast out to you guys. Again, we're going to get this going as soon as we can, but I just want to give it a few more days maybe just to bring in some more teams, and then I'll start putting together a schedule. But I need to hear back from the captains first who aren't interested in continuing to go forward, because I've got a long list of teams and I got to figure out who's in and who's out. All right, that'll really help me out a lot, guys. Meanwhile, I hope to do this again. I'm going to try to do this at least a couple times a week. Maybe we'll set up a schedule so it's like Monday and Friday, or maybe Sunday and Saturday. I don't know, something. I'll come up with something, but we'll be able to communicate, and that's what I'm liking about this so far. Is I've got some communication from some captains out there. Others I don't hear from as much, which is going to be fine. I'm going to try to reach you guys, but if I don't hear anything from you guys within the next week, I'm going to start getting this schedule going with or without you. So I need as much information from you guys as I can possibly get. So meanwhile, thanks for hanging out. I'm going to sign off here. Please follow everything. Keep in touch, and look forward to seeing you guys playing.